Why is it so pivotal to calculate the carbon footprint in environmental impact assessment (EIA) projects? This question might have crossed your mind a number of times. The answer is simple yet profound. By understanding the carbon footprint, we can assess the environmental impact of a project and, in turn, take necessary steps to mitigate it. Today, we'll take a journey to demystify the process of calculating carbon footprint in EIA projects. We begin with defining the scope. Think of it as drawing the boundary lines on a map. It includes everything from direct emissions, like those from fuel combustion, to indirect emissions from purchased energy and other ancillary sources. Once we've outlined our scope, we move on to data collection. This step is akin to a detective gathering clues. We need details on fuel consumption, electricity usage, transportation, and more. The more comprehensive our data, the more accurate our calculations will be. Next, we get our hands on emission factors. These factors, which are available in industry-specific databases, represent the amount of greenhouse gases produced by each activity. Now comes the calculation part. Each piece of activity data is multiplied by its corresponding emission factor. The sum of all these results gives us the total carbon footprint. But we're not done yet. We also need to take into account any strategies that offset emissions, like tree planting. These efforts can make a substantial difference in the overall carbon footprint. Once we've done all the calculations, we need to document everything. This means noting down all steps, data sources, and results in a transparent manner. This report will not only serve as a record, but also provide necessary information for any third-party verification. Our work doesn't stop at reporting. It's important to continuously monitor the project and update calculations as project details change. This is like keeping an eye on the compass while sailing. It ensures we're still on the right course. Finally, armed with all this data, we look at mitigation. This involves finding ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, such as opting for alternative energy sources. So, here's the entire process in a nutshell. Define the scope, collect data, find emission factors, calculate, consider offsets, report, monitor, and mitigate. This process is not only crucial for understanding the environmental impact of a project, but also paves the way for making greener decisions. In a world where sustainability is no longer optional but a necessity, calculating the carbon footprint in EIA projects is a simple yet effective way to contribute to a greener future.